Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we have some absolutely massive news coming out of the LEC. Obviously, we have known for quite some time now, I really think since like January, December-ish, that Schalke has been in financial troubles. 6 months ago they were talking about maybe we'll have to sell the LEC slot, maybe not. We're still kind of deciding. We're trying to see what's going on, but we're having some financial issues. Our future is in doubt. Our future is in question. Then fast forward a couple of months later, and the Schalke soccer team, football team, whatever you want to call it, that was in Bundesliga, they actually got relegated, and things went from bad to worse. COVID was already making it so they didn't have fan attendance. They were losing a lot of money there. Things were tough, and then all of a sudden you get relegated and you're in the second German division. Guess what? There's going to be a lot less money coming in. If you are already having financial troubles in the Bundesliga, you are going to be having even worse troubles in the second division. So things did not look good for Schalke Esports. They did not look good for the Schalke League of Legends team in the LEC. And today we have finally gotten word of who that new LEC team is going to be. Definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate it a ton. Again, getting these big stories out to you guys as soon as I can is one of the things I love doing, and I hope you guys appreciate it as well. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content so you guys don't miss out on these stories we have in the future as well. So here we go. Wooloo, a couple days ago, tweeted out, this was 3 days ago, that since so many people were asking, he didn't know at that time who was buying the Schalke spot because it wasn't sold yet. It was confirmed that they will sell, but it wasn't sold, and the rumors were contradicting. But what he often heard is that two orgs are in a race to get the spot. They were in a little bit of a bidding war. They were going back and forth, seeing who has more money, see who's willing to pay more money, who wants this spot, who's going to grab it. But, again, they weren't sure. He did say that one of the orgs left, didn't hold a league team, and K-Corp is not one of those orgs that was in this bidding war, so that was really interesting. And again, we went over what the replies were saying, and it seemed like the most popular thing is that it was between Heretics, Giants, and BDS, because the other teams don't have enough money. This is going to be very expensive, and I love how this guy said, I really hope it's not BDS. I don't know why it feels like they have no soul, and he actually got 10 likes, which is pretty funny. And now, today, the big news coming from LEC Wooloo, this is actually coming from Esports Maniacos first, is that Team BDS has purchased the slot of Schalke Esports. Heretics and Giants will not be entering the LEC. I don't know if that means right now or if that means they won't be entering even if the LEC expands in the future. I don't know what that means. I don't know why they threw that in there. If they said BDS purchased the slot, I think everyone kind of assumed that Heretics and Giants did not purchase the spot. Or maybe he's just saying that Heretics and Giants were the two next teams like in this kind of bidding war and everything. I'm not sure, but I guess be looking out in the future for Heretics and Giants to maybe be some big players in this. And the big news is that they paid 30 million euros, which dollars are even more. I don't know exactly how many dollars that would be, if that's like $35 million or $40 million or something crazy, but I know that, the dollar amount is always greater when it's going from euros to dollars. So 30 million euros, even more dollars, which is absolutely crazy. That seems like an insane price tag. But man, with how League of Legends esports has been booming, LEC viewership has been exploding. We expect esports to just be getting bigger and bigger into the future as like the younger generation gets older, as they become, the paying customers, they become the bigger chunk of the viewership and everything, and as just it becomes more normal, more legitimized, the investors' money, everything gets there. So it'll be interesting to see how BDS is able to capitalize on this new LEC slot, how well they're able to do at building a brand, building a fan base, building a roster, creating compelling storylines, and making people care about their team, because there's always two ways this can go. You can pay $30 million for a slot and you can hit a home run. You can go crazy. You can build up a huge fan base. You can get some awesome, exciting players. Even if you're not necessarily like winning titles or competing for titles right away, because obviously you're a new team, you can still be an interesting team that people care about, that has good management, good ownership, good coaching staff. They get people excited to tune into them. Even if they're not, winning every single game, like they don't have to be G2 right away, but they got to be competitive. They got to look like they at least have a plan to maybe be competitive one day. But then also, how are they going to do content? How's their social media team going to do? Are they going to have a good Twitter person? Are they going to have good YouTube videos? Are they going to have good behind the scenes stuff? Are they going to have good merch, good jerseys, good interaction with fans once people are actually back in the studio? All that stuff. That stuff is so important for building a brand, because yes, Team BDS, you know, from European regional leagues, they have solid fan base, they get good viewership, they have people who are hyped up and excited, but many LEC fans, and especially non-European LEC fans, have no idea who BDS is. So now, from this day forward, if they are buying this slot today, it is their job to start building their brand, building these storylines, telling people who they are, why you should care about them, why you should follow them, why you should spend your hard-earned money on them. And the teams that can do that successfully will absolutely see a return on these 30 million euro investments. And the teams that don't are absolutely not. And this money could be wasted so badly. I'll definitely make sure I give BDS a follow now. I don't really think Wooloo added anything different. He just said BDS is paying 30 million for the Schalke spot. He shared previously that BDS was one of the series candidates, and heard more recently that they were the highest bidder. Now again, does that mean that they had the most money available to spend? Does that mean that they were just willing to spend the most money? We don't know for sure, but it is a good sign that if an org has $30 million to spend on an LEC spot, it means that they're coming in a good financial situation, because we've seen some orgs recently, especially in the LEC, where everyone's kind of losing money or maybe breaking even. You know, there's not a lot of money being made right now. You need to come in with good investors, good financials, to be able to, again, have awesome facilities, have awesome branding, have awesome teams, have awesome players. And you've seen teams like Schalke, where they're running into financial troubles. It doesn't matter the brand, the fan base, whatever that they built up, if they just have to sell the slot. Or a team like Fnatic, where they've been on top for so long, but now they're having financial issues, and now their team's kind of degrading. Like, you hate to see that. The money is so important. So if they're able to spend 30 million on a slot, hopefully that means they're in a good spot. Hopefully that means they'll be able to go out and grab good players and, you know, set something up really well for the future. The interesting thing here is that a lot of the Schalke team, I think every single member of Schalke except for Nuclear Int is on an expiring contract. So BDS right away will have to be deciding, can we renew any of these contracts? Do we want to renew any of these contracts? And if not, who are we going to go get? Who are we going to go grab? Because going into next year, they're only going to have Nuclear Int. So they have the option to completely rebuild their own new roster. They have the option to rebuild around Nuclear Int. They have an option of, you know, try and re-sign Broken Blade or Neon or Limit or whoever. But, you know, those guys don't have to re-sign, and BDS doesn't have to keep them. Also, we did have a little bit of a follow-up that the LEC is going to meet in August to discuss the expansion of 2 more spots for 2023, which is really interesting, really exciting. As far as Team BDS, for those of you that don't know, they are a Swiss organization. They have been playing in the French European Regional League, and they did not qualify for European Masters, I believe. Yes, they finished 3rd in the French League Spring, and then they finished 4th in the playoffs, losing out to Vitality B. So again, they did not qualify for European Masters or anything like that. But this is Team BDS. This is their logo. This is their team. This will be, apparently, the rumor has it that this is going to be the new team in the LEC come next year. This would be starting in spring of 2022. Obviously, Schalke is going to finish out 2021. But yeah, that's how it's going down. Schalke is 30 million richer. BDS has an LEC slot. And we might be seeing 12 teams in 2023. But that is pretty much every video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. Again, huge news coming out, so I would appreciate that support. Leave a comment down below. Are you hyped up about BDS? Are you sad to see Schalke go? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace!